Good evening and welcome everyone to day 2 of the Pro Billiard series here in Rome, Italy. We're at the beautiful Rome Cavalieri Waldorf Astoria Hotel, and we've got around my apologies there for the echo, but we are live here for a great matchup here in the Fujifilm Woman Master Doubles Showdown. And what a match we have to start the tournament off. You can see Ria Chow and Christina Catch. And they are going to take on Wan Ling Wang and Sophia Mast, who you see are going to break first rack. It's a race to 3, best of 3 sets. If it ties 2-2 in the third set, we will see a shootout. Looks like a dry break to start. Always tough here breaking on the Pro Billiard series with the referee triangle hand rack. So we'll see lots of players breaking from that side rail with the cut break, trying to get the one towards the side, but mostly just trying not to put the one over the pocket for their opponent. I like it right out of the gate. These ladies are having a laugh. 16 teams started. It's the first time for the women's only doubles. Lots of prize money up for grabs. $75,000 in the prize fund here with the doubles. Winning team will take home $20,000. Now, missed shot to start from Christina. Not sure she had entirety of that corner pocket. And a good view there of back arm. Maybe not so steady right away. There should be some pretty intense nerves out there on the TV table. Round 1 of the doubles, and personally I know doubles is always a little more nerve-wracking. Trying to get it done for somebody else is always extra pressure. I don't think that girl knows what pressure is yet. Young Sophia spikes in that 2-ball, draws a cue ball over nicely. Straight in on the 3 is good. Stop shot will do here. And she's drawing it back really nice to gain perfect angle on the 4. Cross for the 5 in the top right next. Needs to be careful, as you can see, reaching out. All ball fouls here, of course, on the Pro Billiard series in the professional game. And as we saw a lot yesterday, this new Simonis cloth, very grippy. So something to keep in mind for the players out there and for all you folks at home. New cloth, when you draw the ball, it's gonna zip. Sure did there. Jump shot coming up. Tough one. You can see her darting it because she's close to the 6. Got to get this cue ball up and down quick. Oh, what an effort. And what a result. Beautiful shot. Cue ball's gonna stick to that end rail too. That was completely by design. She called the cut shot, kind of hoping she might cut it in, but well knowing that she would hit it thick, bank it over there. Cue ball goes down table. It's really well played. Let's see what Ria Cho's got in mind here. I think she called the 7, but she's more or less trying to create some distance. Just hit it a little thick. Easily done with the cue ball on the rail like that. great shot from Sophia to clip the 9 out of the way of the 6 ball. Beautiful. Good angle here. Natural position to come across for the 8 in the other corner. She'll double check the angle. Doesn't want to land straight in on the 8. The angle going one side or the other is fine. It doesn't want to land straight. This is going to be a little close to straight, I think. Just enough to work it. She could draw this or follow it. I think the draw shot's good. Being that the cloth is super grippy, I'm sure she's recognized that after having played a couple of matches in the women's 10 ball. Of course, we also have 2 other amazing events going on this week. Women's World 10 ball and the Wheelchair Open. Super smooth on the draw shot there from Sophia in this 10 ball to put the first game on the board. And I think it's very important in this short race, in any race, but especially in the short one, to get the first game. And they've done just that. 1-0, race to 3. Doesn't sound like a big lead, but it's a huge lead. Happens really, really quick. Big shout out to all those great sponsors you see along the arena boards there. And of course, all the player sponsors as well you see on their shirts and whatnot. Important to show them some love out there. And of course, big thanks to Predator and the Pro Billiard Series for giving us these amazing events in these amazing destinations. Rome, Italy. Doesn't get better than that. And free to watch in person, so I mean, it could be worth just book a flight and take a little vacation, watch some pool while you're there. You can see all those seats open. They'll fill up as the week goes on, as the tournament progresses. And here we go with rack number 2. Wang to break from the side, looking for 1. Didn't get it. Not going to get anything, but looks like the 1 ball's been covered. And these two, very formidable pairing. Plenty of big titles together, combined. Kick safety or push. Not sure they can see the edge of it. Maybe she can see the edge and play a safety off the side of it, but I don't think she can pocket the ball. Let's see. Fairly big mistake to not make contact there when they had the option to push out. Now there is a 3-foul option, but I'm not sure it's good from here. It might be putting the cue ball too close to the 1 to get really tight to the 3, and the chances of getting a ball in hand from Chow very slim. I like just trying to pocket the 2 and get position on, pocket the 1 rather, get position on the 2. But it looks like it is going to be the safe. She's called the bank side. It's a just in case. Try to get tight on the 3, but she let it loose. I think the 4 ball is going to come half to the rescue here and maybe take away the potting line. No, looks like it's there. Does she have any angle to get around for the 2-ball next? Well, she spiked it in and took what the table gave them, so tough shot on the 2 coming up here. Nearly got the carom off the 3 to make it, but second prize, 3 balls covered the 2. Pretty easy kick shot, I think, at this level, though. She has a lot of the second rail here, which she'd love to catch. That'll send the cue ball around for position on the 3. Don't hit this one too soft. Gotta get this one a little speed. That cue ball out. It's perfect. What a shot. That's absolutely superb to get the cue ball out like that, too. She played it to perfection. Yeah, the 4 in the corner is good there. It's easy to look at the side as the closest pocket, but the ball's too big. Not worth flirting with, and the corner plays pretty good to get down to the 5. Mind you, she did land a little not straight enough, so this is going to require a touch of inside spin. Not easy from here. She's got it right in the middle of the pocket, and she's got the inside spin to beat the 10. What a shot. So I don't think the 6 ball passes the 10. You can see where they're pointing here. And this is the kind of position where if you get there and you hate the shot on the 6, and not just the shot, but maybe the position to the 7, then you have the easiest safety ever. You just stick them on the 9 ball, put the 6 up table, and I don't hate that. At this level, you really have to take your chances, though. So if she thinks she can pocket this and get on the 7, absolutely have to. She's done well there. Coming all the way down for the side's good. She could let the stroke out a little more that way. You don't want to be trying to baby that ball in. That's when the miss comes. Oh, what a shot that is. Really went for it. Easy to let up on the stroke a little bit there, and she got all the way through it. Very nice. And these two look like they came to play. And they're on the hill in the first set already. I think we'll see some quick matches here in this Fujifilm Women's Double Master Showdown. Only race to 3, best of 3 sets, as we see the stats from our stat man, Mike Salmon, who I'm a big fan of. I love the stats. I love what he does. And you can follow those stats live on the ProBilliardSeries.com website. On the top right corner of your screen, you're going to find those stats for both tables, of course. Looks like par for the course, another dry break. See a lot of that out here on the Pro Billiard Series. The break's very tough, but I absolutely love that. I think pool is super boring when all they do is break and run out, so I love that. With this format, we get to see all aspects of the game. Lots of kick safeties, lots of push-outs, strategy, breakouts. I think we get to see so much more of the game this way. Okay, time to get moving for this team. Wide open look. Good first shot. Perfect position. Yeah, a little discussion here about where to land on the 3. I kind of like, yeah, there, if she can get there. Because the 3 ball to the 4 ball is the key transition. Everything else looks really good. Just the 4 is a little half blocked by the 8. You'll see these players, they just hate hitting the ball that speed. They want to get through the ball more whenever they can. So I think that's what the discussion was about. This is absolutely fine. Stop shot here, little cut on the 4, come around for the 5 on the side. A little heavy, a little heavy. Maybe the corner is okay. Maybe she played for the corner. If she did, she landed inch perfect. And it would make sense to play for the corner there, seeing how she could get through the ball a little more, like I brought up a couple shots previous. Drop shot, because they want to keep angle on the 7. And the rest is shooting fish in a barrel at this level. She's done well to keep her pretty straight in, so I think just a stop shot again is okay. Maybe just a soft draw. Oh, she's got lots of it. Got her nice and close to the 9 ball. That's great. Which means that now Rita can get her a little closer to the 10 ball. And dead straight in to get on the board here. And they do. 2-1. Still well in this first set. Only a race to 3. You see that beautiful Predator Arc table. I love that model, the gold one with the light up Predator logo on the back there. As we see the split screen of table 1 going on over there with my good buddy George Tayachea doing the comms over there. There are 4 tables for your viewing pleasure, courtesy of Predator and the Pro Billiard Series, and you can catch it all on YouTube on Pro Billiard TV. Make sure you're subscribed there. Always free. So the first look at the break shot for Chow and Catch. Let's see what Chow's got on the break here. One ball's close. Nothing else happening. Yeah, you can see a shot on the 1 and position to get on the 2, but the 3 ball is in jail over there by the 8. Sophia with the leg way up in the air there. Well, and tried to sneak around that to get the safe, but caught the double kiss on the way through. Always deadly, that double kiss. Well, I'm surprised to see her kicking at this ball. Where's the value? Even if she made it, there's absolutely nothing on the 3. That didn't make sense to me. Could she not see it? I'm sure she could see it. Come off the side of it and play some kind of safety. I'm positive she could see it. Very curious shot from Christina. I just didn't see how it paid off. She'd have to hit it at break speed to get anything on the 3. Wow. A bit of a let off there from Wang. She had a pretty layup safety and made a mess of it. I think she's called this ball in by the 10. Let me see how laser focused she always is. She looks fierce over the ball. She's one of those players that always just looks very, very focused when she's down on the shot. That time, didn't get it and sold it out over the side pocket. Let's see if Sophia can find a way to the 3 ball here. Yeah, maybe just over to that side where Wang has pointed and try to play maybe the 3-10 combo, but probably just a good safe. And from here, the safe is nice and easy. I shouldn't say easy because nothing's easy out there, and pool is a much harder game than it looks on TV, but this is a stop shot safe to freeze on the 8. I don't think hitting the 6 did too much damage there, but it's definitely kept the 3 ball a little closer to maybe make the hit off this end rail more possible. No, she's going to go to the side rail. Maybe the end rail leaves some option to possibly get cover behind the stick. But let's see what. Oh, she's hit the 8 on the way through. Completely misjudged that one. I think as the tournament goes on and as the matches go on and as the table wears in a little bit, we'll see the accuracy on these kick shots increase, but still a bit slippery out there, and so it's in the back of their mind, and often they misjudge it. The other factor out there is the arena table plays a little different always than the outer tables, so adjusting to the arena table, a real thing. The only problem here is the 8-ball, and the 7 way up there on the other side. They might have to settle for an 8-10 combination later on. See if they look at it right now is a good time to look at it. Thinking 3 balls ahead. But it's not too concerning yet. Still need to make the 6 and get back up there for the 7. And I wonder if the 8 just slips by the 10. Might. Well, she's looking real good out there, just firing these balls in the middle of the pocket. I think it does go just half a pocket, maybe a little bit less, but I think she's close enough to it and close enough to straight in. Yeah, and what a great angle this is. Good camera work. Yeah, reaching a little actually adds quite a bit more difficulty, brings in the miss quite a bit more than you would think. And you can see how far back the grip is. So the balance point changes. The bridge is really long. Oh, but she's done well there. And these 2 balls to win the first set. In not much time at all. Wang and Sophia take the first set. Looks like they're going to take a little timeout. I'll take a timeout as well. Don't go far, everyone. We'll be right back. players back. We got the referee back. And we're ready to fire off set number 2. Christina to break. And par for nothing happening on the break shot. Long shot on the 1 ball here for Sophia. Doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball because you can't get much better on the 2 anyway. Well, she moved a little bit on that one, I think. Didn't stay down as much as I'm used to seeing her. Let's see what Chow can find from a mile away here. And a lot of traffic to avoid to get on the 2, and she couldn't avoid it all. Looks like the 10 balls covered half of the 2, the half they need to pocket the ball. And nothing jumping out to me on the safety here. That's why I think Christina's asked for her teammate's opinion. They are on a 30-second shot clock with 1 extension each for 30 seconds per team per rack. So they used it here. Need a little extra time to work this one out. Oh, she's feathered it around the 8. What a beautiful shot. And not only has she covered the 2 ball, but she's taken away any kind of jump shot with how far away the 2 has gone behind the 6 and the 8. And even if she could jump and hit it, there's no reward. So it's a kick shot. She might call the 5 here and just try to slide the cue ball off the backside of the 2 through the 5 and maybe get some kind of safe.
5 ball corner pocket.
Looks like coming across the top side. Wow, she made the 5. What a shot that is. What a shot. With position. Wow. That was super from where she was. I didn't think she could make the 5 from there. Christina's probably thinking the same thing. The saving grace for Christina is there's still a lot of work in this rack. Even if they can make the 3, they got to get all the way up and down for the 4 or run into the 4, which they might have to now. Lots of left spin. 6 ball kind of in a funny spot to get to the 7, and then the 7 all the way back to the 8. And there's plenty left in this rack. Draw with the left spin, playing safe all the way, trying to get under the 4 and trying to get the 3 underneath the 9 or down here in trouble. And that's okay. She hasn't got safe, but she's left it a mile away and cue ball near the rail. That's what you want to do. Good return there on the safety. Looks like the 10's covered all of the 3. I don't think there's the edge here. Camera can be a little deceiving, but I think they're kicking at this ball. Or jumping. She's got the jump cue out. Well, that's a bit surprising. It's a long way to get over the 10 and the 9. keep both balls on the table here, not easy. Well, what a shot that is, too, coming off the backside of that to get safe. What a shot. These kids are so good with the jump cue nowadays. Unbelievable. Christina's got a little gap through the 10, 9, 8. How does that window always show up? Good hit. Not the worst result. Not exactly what she was looking for, but she'll take it. Another safety. I think it's the 3 ball underneath the 9, 10. Try to get some distance with the cue ball. Watch there be a gap here, though, again. Little window between the 9, 10 to hit the 3. There has to be. Well, she tried to put the stop shot on that one and lost control of it a bit. And she sold out a shot here, but a long one. Nothing easy. See the layout of the ball is very tricky now with where the 8 is. It was hard enough before. Now this shot and the next couple, very, very challenging positional shots. Trying to get short side on the 6. Yeah, watch the slide. Look how much it slid off that rail. Went way deeper down there than she thought it would. But this is okay. That little kiss on the 6 ball helped. Well, they needed angle on the 7. I'm not sure they needed this much, though. Tough shot. Very, very tough shot. These are always tricky to get past the side jaws while still keeping it on the rail. And if she's going to draw it, it's easy to catch the far jaw, which I think she just did. Well, this isn't the worst case scenario. Yeah, I think Christina's asking about the bank. Just confirming with her teammate that it's the right choice. Doubles is a funny game, you know. Christina, if she's playing by herself, she probably makes that 100 out of 100. But just the fact that she had to ask Rita if she thought it was the correct choice, it just takes her out of her rhythm, makes her think about something she shouldn't be thinking about. And doubles is just a totally different animal. We see it all the time. Some of the best players in the world, they're just taken out of their element a little bit. It's just a couple times I thought Christina could have just got up and shot the shot she knew, but looking for approval first. And I like that too. You don't want to shoot something dumb and then have your teammate, you know, tell you're an idiot. So I like the approval, but also I think you got to just play your shots when you're at that level. Nonetheless, Sophia won't mind. Position on the 10 is absolutely perfect to get the first game on the board in the second set. And a big game, momentum all on their side. Looking really, really good out there. It's could be one of the teams to beat. Maybe a sleeper team. 16 teams were invited to this Fujifilm Women's Double Master Showdown. There's 75,000 up for grabs in the prize fund, 20,000 to the winner. As we see the match stats here, yeah, and as predicted. Maston Wang looking really good, and the player overall performance there for the match at 844 and in a women's doubles match, I think is very impressive. But 522 over there on the other side of the board, you don't expect to see that too much. It's a bit low. They're going to have to come with it to get back in the match. You feel like they're going to get to shoot. I mean, no table runs yet. No balls down on the break for Wang. They have a laugh about it. I'm not sure she can shoot at this one ball. I think it's a safety. Christina says, here's an idea, but you do what you like to do. I loved that. Yeah, good shot. That's the one I saw. It looks like the one's going to creep around, though. A bit heavy on the speed, but not easy to control. Had to get the cue ball under there, too. Didn't expect her to miss that. She's really good from distance, along with all these other young players coming through the ranks. Very good from distance. Looks like the 1-7 combination, or just try to sneak the 1 in by the 7. It does go, as we can see from this camera angle. Love to hear the discussion sometimes, you know. I think you can try to sneak the 1 in here. If it doesn't go, position on the 2 is kind of like a two-way shot. Maybe the 2-8 blocks the 1. I haven't seen them call anything, so maybe it's just a safety here. And you would have to call something here. Maybe they did call the 7. It looked like trying to pocket the 7 from there. From the way she hit it. Jail time safety. That's what you got to do when you're playing players of this level. You got to freeze them. You can't just play soft safeties. And you could see there she went for a little extra. Try to really pin her on that 8 ball. And now multiple rail kick shot here coming up. Well, it's a good hit, but that's where the story ends. 1 ball's over the hole. It's all about the 6 ball here, you figure. Doesn't really have a pocket. The 6-10 combination doesn't look horrible, though. The only problem I see with that is there's no early wins. And when you play that 6-10 combination, the 10 is going to spot and the 6 is going to stay around the spot. It might not work out. I might have to find a better plan for that. A lot of balls to make before then, but definitely be in the back of their mind. Wow, trying to go rail first off the 7 there and caught it super thin, but look at this result. I think the roll of the ball is always a thing in any game, especially in rotation games, but ever important in a short race like this, race to 3. You can see Rita, you know, got halfway to the table there to try to tell Christina something and then decided not to. I think they might be over communicating a bit. That can happen out there. You start overthinking a bit and just, that was a good example. There was only going to be like a 2-rail kick there. I don't think she needed to tell Christina anything, Sometimes just better to get down and shoot the balls, right? They both know what they're doing. This looks a little heavy, might creep out. Oh, it's good. It's a good shot. Right behind the 10, full ball hooked. Going to the jump cue here. Well, what's going to happen here? 2 balls come towards the side. Doesn't quite get there. I don't think it's makeable on the side, and certainly can't play it in the corner without scratching, so safety. She's been good on the safety shot this match. Yeah, this one's a little heavy, but the 3 comes to the rescue. She's trying to pin her on the 7 there. Well, what a shot this is. Jump cue coming out for Sophia. She's got to be over 50% to make this ball. Be more about position. It's a layup jump shot at this level. Yeah, it was more about position, and she didn't get it, but she has left her a piece of the 3, and she might be able to play a good safety here. Yeah, which she has. The 10, 9, 6 is a big wall there. She'd love to get a little closer to the 9 ball, take away the jump shot. Might be a kick shot anyway, but I think she probably jumps at this one, calls it in the side, and tries to bank the 3 down towards the 5 on the end rail and have the cue ball come the other way. The players are so good with the jump safety nowadays. Air rush got help. It gets over the ball so easy. And a good hit, but not the result she was looking for. But maybe made a bit more of a mess of the 6. Not sure. Maybe the 6 goes now. Find out in a few shots. Sweet one there from Sophia. Really nice shot. Well, and from this camera angle, it looks like the 6 does go in the bottom left, and the angle they have on the 5 is absolutely perfect to come towards that right side pocket, the cue ball here, Watch the sleeve big time over these balls. Great angle there to see that it wasn't the most comfortable bridging. That's brought in this overhit. Is the side pocket available? I don't think so. Yeah, just a safety here. She's looking at where the 6 is going. Trying to find somewhere to run away with the cue ball. Sophia says, yeah, just send the cue ball up there and bank the 6 across. Hopefully the 9 and the 10 blocks the 6 a little bit from the pocket. You leave the cue ball a mile away. Oh, well, trying to use the 7 for cover. What a shot this is. How good is that? That's a really hard shot to execute. She made it look super easy, the touch on the 6. Got to get the rail. She's coming up short there, just not even get a rail. You know, I think she might have been trying to hit it on the way through. I think she had the edge of it on the way through, but played it with that little bit of spin just in case she drove by it and she'd catch it on the way back. What she did. Is the angle here taking them into the 7 for a little bump on the 7 when they pocket the 6? I think it is. It's the middle ball. Yeah, but she didn't cut the 6 enough. And then the bump on the 7 was different than it would have been if she had pocketed the 6. Big chance for this team. You got to think it's almost now or never. They really got to get it going here. Get the back arm flowing. I think just one rail here is okay. She could consider 2 with a little bit of left spin, but I think it brings in the miss more. Yeah, one rail's great. And the speed is absolutely perfect, as we can see from here. Couldn't have landed better with ball in hand. And the 10 to get them on the board here. In set number 2, I think this was super important that they won that game. Being down 2-0 in the second set was going to be big trouble with the way this has gone. But they're right in it here. And a short race to 3. We also have 2 other really great events going on this week. We have the Banca del Fucino WPA Women's 10-Ball World Championship, as well as the Predator Wheelchair Open. 2 other really great events. I love that Predator showcasing all the different aspects of the game, the doubles as we see here, but we get the men's and women's world championships. We get some wheelchair open. We get some 9-ball, 10-ball. We've played straight pool, 1 pocket banks. Absolutely love it. Juniors, of course. All right, reach out to break the purple BK rush in rack number 3 of set 2. Looking for the 1 in that top side pocket. She's got it. But the cue ball's going maybe not quite behind the 8. Looks like they can see the 2. But everything's blocking that pocket. So maybe cross it over with the bank while trying to get safe. And it Rita, the more experienced player, so she would know the
Two-ball corner
options more and the higher percentage plays more often, but certainly Christina knows her way around the table. But I think from what we've seen here, we've looked at Christina kind of getting Rita's approval more often than not. As we see the double kiss and the 2-ball hang up over the side. Can they see it by the 3? I think just shoots first, they say. Of course, in a new rack, incoming teams, their option, who shoots first. And often there is a little strategy with this. If it's a defensive play, you'd see the more experienced player shooting. And if it's something close like this, often you see the younger eagle eye player shoot it, but drove right into it. And sometimes that's not the player, you know, aiming wrong or something. You can get just a little bit of a roll off at that speed. Not just from the table, but sometimes from some tracks in the cloth or maybe a piece of chalk. A little bit of chalk here and there. Anytime you play a ball at that speed, you kind of accept the fact that it might roll off a bit. I don't think she had a choice. Couldn't really send the cue ball around. There was too much traffic, so she had to roll it. Well, they played for a nice angle on the 3 to disturb the 4, but it hasn't worked out in their favor. She should be able to absolutely jail them behind the 5-9 here, though. Yeah, and she's done just that. Great shot, because she's also developed the 5.
ball side pocket.
Easy to just roll into that one soft and just pin on the 5, but then you haven't done anything good with the 5. She's progressed the game. I love that. She's going to hit this one firm, trying to come across one side of the 4 or the other. She'd take either side. And look at this. She's got the second rail hit. But no reward. Not quite ball in hand, but pretty similar. I think she can just roll this one in, stun, follow it. Whatever she's comfortable with. Drag shot, maybe. She's playing a high ball, so she's just going to roll it. It's right in the middle. It's a beautiful shot. Good angle on the 5 to come down here and get closer to the 6. See if they can start to get some momentum on their side. Well, didn't want to be straight in here because the 8 doesn't go by the 10. And a long way back up for the 9. So as you can see here, she's going to play position for the 8 in the side. But if she lands too much angle going either way, it's going to be very difficult to get to the 9. Use this to go a little bit. It looks like it's just there. Just come around and take a look. The bonus is they don't have to be straight in on the 9 or anything. The 10's over the hole. So just anywhere on the 9's good where they can pocket it. Look out. Wow. I would have never guessed that she would miss the 8. She's nearly scratched too, but well, she got second prize. Big mistake though. from pretty straight in. I guess the cue ball was a little close to the rail, but you wouldn't bet on her to miss that. And didn't have to do anything crazy with the cue ball there, so a bit surprising.
Eight ball corner pocket.
Yeah, I like this. Might as well call the 2-rail just in case, but 1.5 speed, they call it. So it's 1 speed towards the 10 corner and half speed to the middle diamond on the end rail. Oh, they hit it kind of thinner. They're trying to get the cue ball over there that way, and it's not bad. I mean, this lady is a sniper. She probably cuts this ball in, but tough to ask for more out of Sophia there from where she was. There was nothing easy. Cue ball right pinned on the rail made the safety very difficult. Big test here. Really thin, long way away. She's wiggled it in, but is the cue ball going to stop in time? I don't think it is. It is just in time. As you can see, she's relieved. She was holding her breath. And with the 10 over the hole, they're going to get on the hill first here in set number 2. Momentum starting to shift in their direction. And a wry smile from Christina knows they might have got away with one there after she missed that 8 ball. It didn't have to land on the other side rail safe. As we see the stats here. And thanks to all those great sponsors you see along the bottom of the page there. Bringing us all these amazing events on the Pro Billiard Series. This one, pretty cool to be in Rome, Italy, with 300,000 in the total prize fund up for grabs over these 7 days of pool. And we'll get to see Christina break, trying to get the 1 ball. We've seen it go in that right side pocket. So it can. I think it's mostly about speed from what I found. You overhit it doesn't work, and if you underhit it, it doesn't work. And that didn't work. Nothing down, but a long way away from the 1 ball. As we see the 3 caught some serious spin there. Can they see the 1 ball? I think they just can. And if they can see about half of it, they might consider little left spin off the left side of the 1 and send the cue ball towards the 4. Try to put the 1 on the other side rail, and the 4-3 might be the blockers. Well, she's gone for extra out of it. Went for the thin hit to try to get the cue ball down table. Caught the point of the side pocket. Can kind of just see the way it's shifted here. It seems like definitely momentum on the side of this team at the table now. All the balls in the open here. Just need to find something on the 2 ball, and then I really love their chances. Well, trying to avoid some traffic there. I think she might have miscued. She hit a little funny. She's not looking at the tip of her cue, so maybe not. Maybe just the spin let her down a bit. More left spin kind of gears the 1 ball in. I don't think it ever really gripped on the 1 ball. See, she wasn't thrilled with herself. She left the shot on this one for Sophia, but she hits it very similar to the same side of the pocket. And gets a pretty good roll there behind the 4. Christina kicking between the 4-8 off the back rail, trying to hit the 1 kind of full. Hope it banks away and the cue ball stays behind the 4. Maybe some speed on this one. Oh, she went super soft. That's the exact opposite of what I thought she might try to do. And her teammate's going to be in jail here on the next shot. She got to make sure she gets the cue ball to the rail here. Easy to let up a bit, decelerate, and not get there. I like that she stunned it over there to make sure she got the rail. Good shot. Has she taken away the 1 rail hit, though, off the side rail? She has, so multi-rail hit here. That's what you want to do when you're playing the safe. Keep them off of a 1 rail. Force them into 2 or more, and really hard to control the outcome. What a beautiful hit that is. That's so good. And the speed is just fantastic to keep them off the shot. That was really good. Use it to go a bit, get behind the 6. I think it just has, and that's handy that the cue ball's pinned on the rail, because now to spin into the 1 with the kick shot is much, much harder. She needs to go to the top rail here. Whereas she might have considered the side rail with, spinning into it around the 6. Definitely not an option here. Kicking into this, hoping to pocket it in the lower right of our screen there. Well, good hit, but same thing as ball in hand. Assuming the 2 goes by the 10. If it doesn't, then she needs to do a little something here to get on it. Because I think she's dead straight on the 1. And look at this, she's going to shoot it with her opposite hand, jacked up in the air. Are you kidding me? With the opposite hand, she juices it over there with the masse shot. That was incredible. It's those kind of shots where a pool on TV just looks like a walk in the park, but that shot is so hard, and then you add in the fact that she shot it with her wrong hand. Yeah, I think she's feeling it out there. She's played really, really well this match. And they got a wide open look here to get it to Hill. And the balls connect. Not bad. I mean, 5 and 6 close together, the 7-8 close together, and the 9-10 down here. So they can find a way from the 5 to the 6, 6 to the 7. Let's see. Drawing this one towards middle table, I think. Probably wanted some kind of angle on the 5. This is okay to play the 6 in the side next, but it's going to be tougher to get to the 7 with where the 9 is. She's used the extra rail and played for the 6 in the corner. What kind of angle are they on to get to the 7? I don't think they have the right angle here. And if they play the 6 in the side, the 9 ball is in the way for sure. Yeah. That's what they're going to try to do. Maybe just try to avoid the 9 with the draw to the side rail and take a bit of a cut on the 7. Good time to use the extension. I mean, if she absolutely hates that, then there's a stop shot safety there too. The problem is you don't want to let these players kick at the ball if you don't have to. They're just too good at the kick shot. Oh, she's made a sweet shot there. That's not easy to cut that ball into the side pocket like that. With the draw, just flick the 9 a little bit. Now, does she roll this ball? Because going up and down, there's some traffic. Wow, that's so good. To miss the 10 there, miss the corner pocket. She had to be brave. You can see her back arm shake. I don't think that's from nerves. I think that's just her style, more or less. You know, I think that's just an always thing from what I've seen from her playing before. Easy to mistake that with nerves or pressure, but I think just some players just have that little quiver. Two balls left to get it to Hill in set number 2. As she powers across for the 10 ball. You got it. One game to decide if we'll see a third set or not. It'll be Sophia and Wang to break. Let's see whose break it is. I think it's Sophia's break. Yeah, she's getting the break cue out. So we'll see your break. Try to win this match. As we take a look at the stats, see what we can find here right away. The player overall performance jumping out to me. 587 on the left side. 779, pretty strong on the right side. Missed shots, another category I always look at right away, and that's pretty close, 7 to 6. It's not too many misses, but it is a couple more than you would expect at this level. Seems to be they're all breaking from this side of the table. We have seen the one go in that side pocket, so it is worth trying, but it's not happening. They do know that it's going safe a lot, though. It's mostly the goal with that break shot is try to contain the one. Don't want to just put the one over the hole. When we break from the middle, we tend to put the one over the hole. Well, tried to keep underneath the 4, but also sending the 1 safe. Might have worked out okay. Keep them off the shot. The 1, well, it maybe goes by the 10, but I don't think they'll shoot it. Too low percentage from distance into half a pocket with no guarantee on position. Some kind of safety. Certainly that's not easy either. She's going to try to overcut the 1 and send the cue ball towards the 6-8. I think that's what she glanced at. Yeah, but she crashed into the 3. She made the 1. What a shot that is into less than half a pocket. I thought she was playing safe all the way there. That's a super shot. Way harder than it looked. Way, way harder. Definitely half a pocket or less by the 10 there. And to somehow kiss the 3 and stay on the 2. Oh, look at that. The 2 kisses the 4 and goes in, but she draws the cue ball straight in the side pocket. Good news, bad news. Well, you can't ask for a better chance than this to try to force a third set. Ball in hand. Didn't want to be straight in. Doesn't want to be shooting over the 7. I think it's just okay. This small angle is good because they want a small angle on the 5 too. And draw back to probably just before center pocket. Oh, she punched it a bit. This looks pretty good. Yeah, Christina pointing right away where they want to be on the 6, so looks good. Yeah, Rita says, well, what do we do from here? Have to deal with the 8, but she doesn't have enough angle on the 5 to get better, so they will have to deal with the 8 when they shoot the 6. So it's kiss the 8 with some spin because I don't think the 7 passes the 10. So I think she needs some inside spin when she kisses the 8 to try to come around and shoot the 7 in the same pocket. Oh, she slow rolled underneath it with the inside juice. This is okay, but this is a big test under a lot of pressure here. She's got to just spike this one in and take whatever they can get on the 8, whether that be into the top left corner or the side pocket. I think you just have to stun this one in, make sure you pot the 7. Just like that. How good is that shot under all the pressure? Very well done. That's just a little short of the mark. And now there is a small chance this 9 ball can be missed. I don't think it'll happen, but she'd love to be a ball width to the right. Christina handles it with ease. And this 10 ball to force a third set. She's going to get the extension for the back of the cue. Bit of a reach. Shouldn't be a problem. She's got it, and they've done it. They've won the set. They've forced a third one. And I think the players will take a quick timeout. And I'm just going to step away for a moment myself. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this match in a few minutes. Don't go far, everyone. Looks like we've got all the players back in the arena. Just waiting on the referee here, coming up to rack the balls. We're going to get underway with set number 3. Keep in mind, if they tie 2-2 in this set, we're going to go to a shootout. But if somebody can win 3-1 or better, they'll move on to winner's qualification, which we will have coming up very shortly after this. Scheduled for 6:30 p.m. local time in Rome. As we see, Wang to break from the other side of the table. Going to try this side. For the 1 ball, it gets kissed by the 9, but the 9 goes in. They can see the 1. Maybe try to pocket it in the top right. Not sure it has any value on getting to the 2 ball, but definitely a very makeable safety. As we see her call the bank in the bottom left, this is very much a 2-way shot. She'd love to get it down, though, and get position on the 2. But very much safety in mind. And that's a bonus that the 2 ball's gone behind the 10 because, or the 1 ball's gone behind the 10 because it's taken away the jump shot. And there's no easy way to kick at this ball. Is there a window between these balls to get some kind of kick? I'm not sure there is. Yeah, jump just to get the back edge of it, just to get a hit. Not sure there's anything high percentage on trying to get safe here. Yeah, never easy to get over the ball when you're that close to it. Not totally shocked to see her hit the 2, but I would have thought she'd get over the ball. Everything in the open here. Yeah, kind of like the 1-up table. Maybe into the top left. I mean, unless she can squeeze the cue ball in between the 10 and the 1. I suppose it's okay. Shot clock's running out, so they use their extension, which I'm not sure they needed on this first shot. Might have been better to save for later. We'll see if that comes up. Well, she's missed ball in hand. Don't see that too often at this level. I think she overthought it just a little bit. Couldn't decide how to shoot it. Didn't want to take on the long shot. Had to stun follow it to pick the window between the 6-10. It's kind of a big mistake. Let's see if these 2 can punish them. It's a good start. Really nice position on the 2 ball from Christina. And if they can get up there for the 3 next, I'd have to think the work is mostly done. This could go a little bit. This could use to go a bit. I think it just has. She might be reaching out over the 7 a bit. I see her asking her teammate for the extension because she's got to watch her shirt doesn't touch the 7 here. I like how she's hit that ball. Wrap it out of the corner with the bottom right. Takes away the miss a lot. If you try to roll that ball, it's when you get something funny happen. Yeah, I like the 5 in the corner next. It's easy to look at the side pocket and think it's the closest and it's the easiest, but it might not be. Small window to get in, and it's not always so easy to get to the next ball if you get the wrong angle on the side. So corner's perfect. She played this really well. Great view of Christina's jam up jersey there. Classic Billiards on the sleeve. I think they're sponsoring lots of players lately. Seems like a really great pool room in Florida there. Yeah, we saw the momentum shift a little bit towards the end of that last set. Seems to be very much on their side now. As I almost spoke too early, could see her not thrilled with how she hit that ball and slopped in there with a thick hit. That slowed down the cue ball there on the wrong side of the 8. You just got to move it around a little bit here. I think it's 3 rails back towards where it is now. Yeah, towards the side pocket. Take a little cut. No need to come across the shot line to try to get straight in and perfect. Similar 10 ball to the one Rita had in the previous game with the extension on. That is a great view of how steady that backhand is from Christina. I don't think it could be more still than that. And as mentioned, we will have another match coming up right after this one. Table assignment's not up yet as we wait for this round to conclude, but you can follow the bracket, the draw, on ProBilliardSeries.com. All the matches up there with live scoring. A couple teams already through, Chen and Fu, Soa and Easton. Nothing happening on the break again, and pretty wide open. I think they got a shot on the 1. No, the 8 spoiled the party. No shot on the 1. Maybe a push out for the first time in this match. I don't think there's any value at the kick shot here. Definitely going to be a push out. So first shot after the break, you can push the cue ball anywhere, touch any ball, pocket any ball. If it's a 10, it gets spotted. The incoming team will have the choice to shoot from where it is or make you shoot again. And this is probably going to be an instance where they make them shoot again. I think she's left a piece of the 1, but maybe not much of it. It might be to the point where, well, good camera angle there shows us she does have a lot of the 1, but definitely handing it back. Yeah. So I'm always curious about this. The player that pushed
7 ball quarter pocket.
Isn't the one that gets put back in. It's her teammate. Not going to use the extension here. A bit surprising. But maybe just saving it, knowing that the balls lay a little funny. The 3 ball's kind of in a funny spot. The 5, 9. Maybe good to save the extension. Has she found cover behind the 8 here? I don't think so.
7 ball quarter pocket.
Yeah, she's called the 1, I think. So she can see it. Not quite. Tried to squeeze it in off the rail, off the 7, and caught the 7 first. Give Sophia a chance, and maybe take a chance to move the 9-5 here. I think it naturally goes that way anyway. It'd be hard to spin to avoid that. Well, she's gone into the 5, but it hasn't helped. It's helped to get position on the 2, but hasn't helped the situation with the 3 or the 5. Yeah, never easy to get position there, but I think she has found a shot on the 3 here. It's thin. You gotta juice the cue ball a bit to get towards the 4. Oh, she's done so well there. What a great shot from Sophia. Cut that ball in and draw it like that was not easy. So will they take a chance to go into the 5 here? Try to develop it. I think they have to. Touch of left spin. Reaching made it much harder to control, and you can see she didn't get the amount of left spin she wanted. And now, where's the safety? Obviously, there's a bank available, but we just don't see them playing those kind of shots. They're lower percentage than the safe. Trying to use the 8 here. I think she's just got it. I think this is a good shot. It might have just crept out. But I think it's good. I think she needs to kick off the back rail with lots of left spin here just to get the hit. Well, she could see enough of it, and it looks like this time the 8's going to be in the way. Certainly is. This might be a big masse shot, trying to bend around the ball. Can't jump it. It's too far away. Watch this ball swerve lots around the 8. Lots of left spin. She's got the rail first too if she needs it, but it's nowhere near it. And a good shot from Rita's bought them ball in hand. And a chance to get on the hill here in set number 3. Not only get on the hill, but guarantee at worst a shootout. They won't want to be doing that, though. They'll want to be winning before the shootout. Absolutely love this short race to 3. I think it's just ramped up the pressure. And it's anybody's match at any time. We could see it looked like momentum was all on one side, and it's completely turned around, but definitely still anybody's match. Well, the slide got her a bit there, but she's landed pretty good on this 8. She wanted to be just a little closer to it and a little more on the other side of the 8, I think, so that they could get a little closer to the 9. This is okay, though. I think recognizing where the 10 ball is was the key to that shot. Didn't need to get closer to the 9. Didn't need any kind of special angle on it. Just pot this 9, keep the cue ball near middle. Wow. She's went for extra. And I like it. I think that's a confident stroke from Christina there. She's starting to feel it out there. Strokes warmed up. The back arm's flowing. They're on the hill here in set number 3. have more matches coming up for you. One more match to go tonight in the winners qualification of the doubles. And that's scheduled for about 45 minutes from now, exactly 45 minutes from now. I don't want to miss that, but let's see what happens here. This one's not over yet. Christina to break rack number 3 and set number 3. As we get a close-up of those beautiful Predator Arcos balls. Nothing happening on the break shot, so the first shot goes to Wang and Mast, but trouble with the 4, it looks like. So they'll try to get an angle on the 2 after they shoot the 1 to try to pocket the 2 and open the 4. Which this looks to be absolutely perfect. Really great shot from Sophia. So they could kiss the 4 or the 8 here. I think they maybe want to kiss the 4 because they don't want to kiss the 8 and lose the cue ball up table. But the double kiss happens a lot here and the 4 just stays tied up. Well, came across it nicely. Might have to deal with the 9 ball a bit here, pocketing the 3. Can she play it soft enough to avoid the 9? Maybe just. Oh, sweet shot there. And now everything looks pretty good. It's going to be some cue ball movement here from 5 to the 6. 8 to the 9 on opposite sides. There's some work here. Sometimes that's a good thing. I mean, running easy tables is fun. But sometimes these little tricky cue ball movements are good to loosen up the arm a bit and get the confidence going, which they could use right now. It's kind of slipped away a bit. Well, she got all of that one. Really got through it. Hit it too good. And now they're definitely dealing with the 9 when they pocket this 6. I'm sure the cue ball is going 1 rail into the 9. It should be okay to stay on the 7. Angle can be a little deceiving here. Maybe it's just missing the 9. Yeah, straight into it and put it right in the way. Straight to the jump cue for Sophia, and this one
7 ball, corner pocket.
is probably for the match. If this doesn't go right, might be their last shot. Yeah, using the extension there. I want to be rushing this. It's a big shot. She's still probably 50-50 to pocket the ball. They're so good with the jump cue now. Position on the 8, not guaranteed. Well, she's missed it by some way. Not left the easiest shot on the 7 or position to the 8, though. It's not over yet. Now, let's see if she powers up the draw shot here off a couple of rails. Or if she tries to kind of stun underneath it off a couple of rails. Between the 9-10 with the cue ball. Left long rail, bottom rail. Oh, wow. She slapped at it a bit. Bit quick on the stroke there. What I mean by quick, you can watch on this lady's smooth transition between back and forward. Very smooth, where Rita's shot was just a little quick from back to forward. And that can happen when you're trying to move the cue ball lots. Good shot there. Baby draw. A couple inches to be straight on the 10 and keep them in this match. And after this 10 ball, they're only going to be one game away from a shootout. Still some drama left in this one, I think. Well done there to stay alive. Trailing 2-1 now. Only a race to 3, but shootout at 2-2. As we see these match stats starting to even out a little more. That player overall performance, only 100 points between them now. Whereas in set 1, we had over 200. Looks like, yeah, some good stats there. Balls pocketed 69 for Wang and Mast, as opposed to only 50 for the other team, even though the score is technically even. Well, she'd love to see this one ball go in the left side pocket, get a shot at the 2. Goes close, but it's missed, and nothing else is in, which she'll love to see because the cue ball's stuck behind the 3. Definitely push out. I think we'd see Rita push. And if they give it back, then it's Christina shooting. Okay, it's going to be the other way around. They're going to push to the jump shot, looks like. That's about all you can do at this level. You can't let them see the ball. They're too good. The safeties they play are just too good, so. Push to the jump. Oh, it looks like it's going to leak out, though. It definitely did. You could tell by her reaction. She knew it right away. She's left them straight in. Yeah, she's not happy with herself. Justifiably so. Wasn't like she was trying to do a lot there. Stop shot fine here. I don't think she can risk powering it up and draw it back for better position. Just too high of a risk. With some traffic and brings in the miss a little bit. This is okay, but there is a small window between the 5, 9 to get on the 3. She could maybe use the 8 as a stopper. Might be handy here. She can go full into the 8. Oh, doesn't want to go on too far past the 8. That's gone too far. Unforced error from Sophia. Now, what does she have here other than some kind of kick and pray? Yeah, she's going to call the 3 in the low left. Really hoping to make it. I mean, it could kind of bank towards the 7 and the cue ball stays there. Might be the hope. She hit it pretty hard and she's scratched. It's worst case scenario. Well, as I say that, the 3 ties up with the 7. It's not worst case scenario. But they're not going to love their next shot. I wonder, will she just tickle this one behind the 7, or will she send the cue ball all the way up table? I kind of don't hate just keeping it behind the 7 because the 10 is going to block the 1 rail. She's going all the way up table. Needs this one to go a bit to get behind the 5. It's not going to. She's going to leave some of this 3 ball. And it's not frozen. So she might be able to double kiss it. Yeah, and I think that's what they're laughing about is, oh, there's only one shot here. Try to hit it full, maybe double kiss it. Get some separation just like that. What a beautiful shot. It's not one that comes up often, but when it does come up, sure feel like a genius. And I wonder, did it freeze this time? I couldn't tell from the referee's reaction, but I think it is. Maybe we could see the overhead. Would give us a better idea. I think it's pinned right to that rail. I think it's frozen, which means they can't really roll at it or play the same shot with the double kiss. If they try to come off the side of it and it trickles out a little, they might not get a rail after. Big shot here. Might decide if we see a shootout or not. Well, the 6 gonna hang up and they got a layup combo. And the 3 is either gonna stay over the pocket or head towards that top left corner of our screen. I think it maybe kind of stays near the side pocket. Maybe even goes in with the 6. In which case they'd have position on the 4. I mean, what a beautiful double kiss safety from Sophia. That was super. Yeah, it didn't stay over the side pocket like she probably would have loved, but this is okay in the corner. Just gotta watch bridging near the 10 here. You see, looks just comfortable enough. Well, and she's got it. What a great shot that is. Great shot under pressure. And you think that's pressure. Wait till they get to the shootout. It looks like pretty high percentage we're going to see that happen. They're only a few shots away. The 9 and the 10, very available. So you'd think if they get from, you know, the 4 to the 5 to the 7, it's all there. Uh-oh. This isn't where she wanted to be. That's that grippy draw. It grips so easy on this brand new Simonis cloth. Just plays so great. Got away from her a bit there. But Sophia bails her out with a good pot on the 5. I think it's one more good shot away. This shot goes correct, and I think they're just out of the woods. Is she going back and forth with the cue ball here? It looks like she is. What a shot this is. Had to be brave there. Bit of distance here, so job's not done yet. One more good positional shot, I think. Could use it to slow down a bit here. It's not going to. Going to be on the wrong side of the 9. They're working for this one. I think just one rail. Kind of a stun shot. Had to watch the side pocket a bit with the juice grabbing. This is okay. Would rather not be on the rail shooting the 10 under pressure, but see Sophia just shake out the back arm a little bit. She's going to steady herself, and this to get us to the shootout. Nobody move. She's got it. What a shot. And they have a good laugh there because she knows that was a big pressure shot off the rail. And what a match to start the Fujifilm Women's Double Master Showdown. We're going to a shootout. So this team won the leg, which is ever important if it goes to a shootout, because now they get to choose who shoots first and from which side. And you can see they're going to shoot from our right side. And I would guess they're going to shoot first, which I think is the right choice. You want to try to get momentum and put the pressure on your opponent right away. And there's another element here, and I've been keeping track of this one a little bit. And I'm going to have to hit up Mike Salmon for the stats on this one, but how often does the team coming back into the shootout win? I think it's more often, because there's a little mental element there where the team that was ahead doesn't want the shootout. Being Catch and Chow up 2-1, they didn't want it. This team wanted it. Now they're happy to be here. Let's see if Wang can get this first shot down. It's right in the middle of the pocket. Beautiful. Didn't look under much pressure there. Very, very steady right in the middle. And you can almost see it from the body language here, where one team looks happy to be here and the other team doesn't look too thrilled. As we see Arcos 2-10 ball spotted there. It's not on the rack spot. Very important if you guys are watching and practicing this at home. It's not spotted on the rack spot. It's spotted where the 10 ball would be racked in the triangle. So it's further back, which makes it a little bit harder. Wow. You don't see her miss like that too much, but there was a lot of movement there. It is a round one match, so the loser here will still be alive. They will get another chance to qualify. So nothing to panic about yet, but certainly want to get through this one and play the winner's qualification in half an hour. We'll shoot 2 shots each as we see Wang shoot the second shot here for her team. Well, exactly what the doctor ordered for Chow. She needed that. She needed a miss there. If Wang made that ball, it was going to be massive amounts of pressure on Chow to get the next one down. Couldn't be down 2-0 in the shootout. That would mean Sophia would have shot to win it. So a little less pressure on this shot, but still, I mean, there couldn't be more out there than this. Round one shootout. See how she hits this one. Looks like middle ball, but a little bit firm. Yeah, and right exactly in the middle of the pocket. Good shot. Good recovery after missing the first ball. Shootout's nerve-wracking. I was a part of it once. Not on a TV table, but played a big one against Chang Junlin. May he rest in peace, and I'll never forget that. Even though I lost, I felt like I won. Crowd cheered pretty hard, but it is easily one of the most nerve-wracking moments of my life. Super fun. Let's see how Sophia handles it. Exactly in the middle of the pocket. Great shot. Definitely no threat of a scratch. Discussion here from Christina with the ref. I wonder what that was for. But yeah, you can kind of see it from the players. They all look pretty tense, and rightfully so. Christina with the ball a little more to the middle of the table. See, a lot of the ladies like to shoot it like this with just a middle ball, kind of top spin. That's in the middle too. These girls are deadly accurate. Two now. So we are down to sudden death in the shootout here, technically. If Sophia makes this one, Christina misses hers, it's over, or vice versa. And if they both make it or they both miss it, we're going to move back a diamond to a much harder shot, in my opinion, when you move back to that first diamond where her hand is. I think it's much harder. Big shot here. Really quick, and she hit that one twice as hard as the other shot. That's really purely from the nerves, purely from the pressure. And I shouldn't say nerves or pressure because sometimes just excitement. But I think there's a lot of pressure out there. It's no secret. And this one for Christina to win the match. And she's got it right in the middle to move on the winner's qualification as they breathe a sigh of relief. Snuck through that one a bit. Could have gone the other way for sure. Well, thank you all for tuning in with me, and we'll be back in just under half an hour's time. Looks like 24 minutes to be exact. So don't go far, everyone. Check out the draw on ProBilliardSeries.com. See who's coming up next on these TV tables. Until then, we'll see you all in a few minutes. Don't go far.
Hi, Lorenzo. Arcos here. Just getting ready for a Fujifilm Women's Doubles Master Showdown match. That should be on in about 10 minutes. Hello and welcome to the Women's Doubles Fujifilm Women's Doubles Showdown. This is Eric Corlison bringing you the action from Rome, Italy, Waldorf Astoria Hotel. We have an absolute treat for you today. Every player on the table is a world champion. Rare to see this. 4 players, all from China. Xia Liu and Han Yu against Xiao Feng Fu and Siming Chen. And again, I'll repeat myself, every player at the table is a world champion. This is a rare sight to see. Looking forward to a great match here. So winners round match, 16 player invitational, 16 team invitational. Race to 3, best of 3 sets. The third set is tied at 2 each. We'll begin to do a shootout. Expect some high level play here. All players with similar fundamentals brought up on the same type of coaching, all from China. Hand you to break, rack number 1. Four-wheeler down in the corner. Looks like a possible shot for Liu in the top, in the bottom right. Has one. Gonna be tough to get on the 2 here. Gonna have to power out of this. Power stun to the right long rail and out. Gonna be some elevation involved here as well. Cue ball close to the rail. Two past the 4. Thought she'd have to cross it over. She was okay to stay on the same side. One rail up now for the 3. Women's World 10 Ball Championships underway as well. All 4 players will be in heavy contention for that title. Bring some updates of how that tournament is progressing as this match develops. Here at the table right now, Xia Liu is the youngest ever Women's World 9-Ball champion. At the age of 16 years. She went on to win that title 2 more times. Han Yu, a multiple-time world champion as well. On the other side, Siming Chen rejoined the Pro Billiards series. She's been playing a lot of hay ball in the past year. She's back to contend for this world title, and Xiao Feng Fu has been a part of the Pro Billiards series for about the last 5 events, and it's becoming very successful, making it all the way to the final of the last Pro Billiards series Women's Open, and the final of the mixed doubles. St. Louis, 2 events passed. Without a line here. Don't mind using the 9-10 as blockers. Try to make the 5 of the middle as much as possible. Shaw. First look from Chen and Fu here. Teams have the choice of which player shoots first. Chen, the #1 rated Fargo women's player in the world. Just off the mark there. She's going to leave at 5. Quick action here, races to 3, so every game important. And expect very few mistakes, so even little jumps like that could make a difference in the overall outcome. position now for the 9. Draw back for the 10 in the bottom right. If you ever wanted to take a class on fundamentals, you can watch these 4 women play. Perfect slow backstroke, pause at the back, natural transition to the forward stroke. Everything you're looking for, and it's served them all well throughout their careers. As I mentioned, all world champions, all multiple title winners. Game number 1 goes to Iwan. Blue. To the winner's qualification match at this point. Break and change blue here. Blue situation. A little too aggressive on the jump. Kind of like pushing up to the top right. Lots of safe options for the and you. 2 minds thinking at this push. Don't mind going for this. Biggest danger is having the cue ball play off the right side of the 4 and into the bottom left. It's safe enough. Deal with the 2, not getting in the way of the 2. She hits it at light speed. Over on the left side. But a good push here, 50-50 proposition. That's what you're always looking for in push situations. Everybody having a little laugh, not quite sure if they want to go for it or not. I'm sure all these players have known each other for about 15 years, old friends, training back in their country, and competed many times against each other. Looks like you are going to get the best of this push. Easy stop in the 10 now. Coverage. Two real escape. The only thing we can hear for Chen and Fu. this. Almost made it. Good contact. Wants the one to get past the side pocket. It has just barely. Hughes looking at playing the one off the 9 now. That's going to open up the area for the 2 in the right middle. Lost the cue ball a bit. Jump coming from you now. Position will be built in. Pick up the jump. Does 4 go in? Has, so option for Chen and Fu here. They'll be taking it. They'll be staying at the table. Looks like Chen is just going to defer to Fu. Not much communication going on. Cue ball behind the 5 will play well here. As they hit it at light speed. Wasn't able quite to get enough to the left, but got the 7 for good coverage. Long jump possibility coming. She has the right side of it. Just to make sure she doesn't play off into the top right with the cue ball. A little thicker, so we go at the point and try to create some distance here. Got the distance and left a thin one for Chen. She's going to go here. You're going to have to go all the way around the 3 or hit it at slightly less speed than comfortable, but still getting into that medium speed range, which is where you'd want to be on a longer pot like this. Great shot there from Chen. They're looking good to take rack number 2 here. They have to play a combo with the 8 onto the 9. It's flying pretty straight. Each should end up over the same pocket. Just want to be going to the right off this one, and Chen knows it. You can see a little bit of worry on her face there. Gonna have to draw over to the left side now. I'm surprised she's about drawing straight back. Must be punching all the way across and back. Shot there. Fu's not afraid to power up, and she's not shy of these kind of higher speed shots. Hits the break aggressively as well. 2010 World 9-Ball Champion. And I wonder what it's like for Chen back on the American table. She's been playing so much hay ball. Pocketing must feel elementary here. She actually beat Ronnie O'Sullivan in a hay ball match a couple months back. It's good to have her back in the Pro Billiards series. The absolute class women of the last years. Easy 10 ball for Fu and looking on the scoreline. Fu and Chen to break in rack number 3. This World 10 ball is down to the winner's qualification. You have Rublin on mid against Sophia Mast. Rublin defeating Jessica Centeno, one of the pre-tournament favorites in an earlier round. Shasha, who we have in this match, against Yuki Hiraguchi. Waitsu against Chihiro Kawahara. Savannah Ethan against Christina Takash. Pia Filler against Shi Tenki, another great hayball player that is joining us this week. Venus Lin against Simon Chen. Chaeyu Cho, Margaret Fafalova. Chi Hua Chen against Jasmine Ocean. Pen Yu and Xiao Fang Fu have lost matches. I'll update you on those losses. They're still in the tournament, but under the threat of elimination going forward in the Women's World 10 Ball Championships. Scratch on the break here. Gonna get in that small area on the 2. Half ball angle going to the right middle. The short side of the 3. Speed's good here. Good shot. Playing across the angle. Just drop this one in pocket weight. Come to the short side of the 5 as well. Stunt follow position here. I think she'll go forward 2 rails. A little too much angle. Stun up the right side. Play it a little close to the rail. See if the U is confident enough to elevate here and stop the cue ball. Also roll through. 7 ball readily available over the top right. Pretty error-free match to this point as expected. And again, short races here, races to 3. So you and you looking to get on the hill first. Just play a small stun run through here for the 9 in the left middle. At a little angle, so freed the cue ball up to more open space. Nice shot. You've been very successful in the mixed doubles. With a couple titles over the course of the tournaments that we've had. With different partners as well. Wu Kun Lin being her most common partner. You can see not much communication from these women. They all know the shots. Kind of all know each other's games and friends. You can see them conversing after. Just kind of going over some patterns that developed during the game that maybe they didn't discuss. But light mood overall here, but lots of prize money on offer. 20,000 first prize. Take a look at the match stats. Liu and Yu. The 826 player overall performance. Chen and Fu will likely raise in that category as they continue pocketing balls. Safety efficiency very high from both players. Not many missed shots. High quality match as expected. Cut break from Yu and the one ball's down. And a look at the two. So a chance to win the set now for Yu and Liu. Han Yu was defeated in the singles on the winner's side by Che-Yu Cho. Position here. Looks like the cue ball's missing the 10 going forward. Straight enough to hold if she likes. A little in between here. Gonna leave some unwanted distance if she stops it. A bit too much power if she goes through, so I think she's gonna favor the stop play here. Draw to give a little more angle so you can keep the speed down. Cue ball's going to miss the top left on the follow play. It's going to come around a little tight towards the 5, but should be okay. She's considering drawing it. I'm surprised. 5 is available in the bottom right as well. Just worried if cue ball's playing a little bit tight on the falls. Switch up for the 5 in the corner here, but they've lost the cue ball a bit. Yu's going to have to come with a good one. It goes down. They're big favorites to win the first set. What's your shot coming here? Nicely played. Perfect speed, perfect timing. Not changing anything in her stroke. Considering that the shot was tougher, exactly what you want to look for consistent results. Well, if I was the Chinese Billiard Federation, I'd be proud of the level of pool that's being displayed here and just the amount of titles that these women have all won over the last 15 years. One more positional play from the 9 of the 10. Close out the first set with a break and run here. Straight in on 10. High quality first set as expected. You take it down. See if the players will go for a break. It's a pretty short set. Looks like they are. So we're looking forward to the conclusion of this match. About a 7-minute break here. Your window open and be sure to join us right back. Fujifilm Women's Doubles Masters Showdown here at the Pro Billiards Series in Rome, Italy. This is Eric Carlson bringing you the action. As I stated in the first set, great matchup here of 4 world champions going at it. High level set from you and you in the first set. 879 overall performance. Taking it down 3-1. Best of 3 sets overall. See if the 1 passes the 9 here. If it does, position won't be too complicated towards the 2. Williamson bringing in the action. The winner's qualification match in the doubles tournament. The U and U had a first round win against Chiang and Chen. 2-0. Wu had a 2-0 win against Fisher and Wei to Chen. Went for the pot there. Off the 5 likely. Got it between the 5 and the pocket. Got a roll here though. Fu gonna try to kick this one in. Again with the 5 possibly making it a bigger pocket, but one ball doesn't want to go down here. Will this time. Gonna have to run into the 5, I think. Too much danger of playing the cue ball all the way back 4. Nicely played. Push the 5 into a combo situation, so you and you gonna have to combo 2 balls here to get through this rack. 3 balls gonna play off to the left a bit of the 8. 5-6 is pretty straight. Get to that point, be okay as far as the combos. Gotta get a good angle here. It's a good one, but this is a combo coming up. Cue ball's moving the proper way. We'll get a shot at the 3 in the bottom left. So focus on the contact point here. We lost the cue ball completely in the bottom right. Surprised she didn't draw at that ball, and I think that's what he was saying to her right now. Seemed like a pretty obvious draw, just lost track of the cue ball there. We're going to have to combo onto the 5-6. It's lined up, so they won't have to worry about how the 5's playing off the 6. If you ever wanted to see a textbook fundamentally sound player, you can look at Chen. Decided to open up the 5. Little surprise, but just shows you the complications that can happen with combos and players trying to avoid it. Saw it on shot from the 3 to the 8. Elevation here for Fu. Missed it. Quick in the stroke, lost her timing a bit. And a turnover here from Chen and Fu. They're stuck a set as well. And again, only races to 3, so every little mistake matters here. Very few mistakes overall. This is going to get you and Yu off to a good start in set number 2. Good angle coming back for the 9 in the bottom right. You can see 3 of these players going with the kind of lower cueing than their contact point type setup. Fu's the only one that's a little off fundamentals, plays a little more on feel. But the 3 others, you took the body away and just looked how the cue was moving. All very similar. Chen will play Venus Lim in the winner's qualification match. Shasha Yu will play Yuki Hiraguchi. And you and Kelly Fisher in a losers round 2 match coming up. Chen Feng Fu and Yu Hong also playing the losers round 2 match. Just shows the strength of the women's field when players like Han Yu and Kelly Fisher are meeting before the single eliminations. Women's singles will play down to a last 16 single elimination. Ball down on the break, and a look at the left side of the 2 here. Big wall of balls over on the right side of the table. Like they're going to bring the cue ball around, lined up with the 7, 8, 9. Out for the cue ball, she's lost it. Bit of a tough roll there. Tough to judge the angles coming off 2 rails. Kind of 9 feet across table. Would have been safe in any spot except for the scratch. This is the break that Fu and Chen needed. Open up the 5 to make the 4 more available here. Have to get the cue ball in a bit of a small area for the 6. Don't mind playing 2 rails forward from 5 to the 6. Just having a look if it goes in the bottom right, and if it does, it definitely played in that pocket. Quite enough room into the bottom right, so I'm going to stick with the bottom left. It's short on position here. Fu's actually in a tough spot. She can leg it in. Real just drop pocket speed. But she's called the bank. 2-way shot must be. Little surprised she's not going to try straight in. Getting the side on that, but Cue ball's just moving the wrong way. Conversation about this shot. She is going to try and straighten in the end. Lost the cue ball. Still look at the 7. Play a good safe off of this one. Short here from Chen, and they have a look at it. A decent lead so far in this match, so they're going to consider offense here. It's a little tighter than it looks from the overhead. Right down on 2 knees, taking a look at the angle. They do have the pocketing angle. I think they're going to go here.
Extension. 7 ball, quarter pocket.
Here's the call, top right. Ball's kind of playing between the 8-9. Not the kind of shot you'd want to spin to get into the 9 or the 8. Tough one there. The toughest pocketing shots. Wasn't quite sure what was happening with the cue ball. Effective safe from Chen and Fu. Position's tough on this one as well. Forced to leave an angle on the 8. Doesn't want to be on the rail. They are, so a bit of elevation here for Chen.
8 ball, quarter pocket.
Expect her to make it, just considering the class of player she is, but follow around 3 rails. Great shot. So avoided the elevation there, more cue ball movement, but definitely want to avoid the elevation whenever you can.
9 ball, quarter pocket.
Chen and Fu needed this game. Along with the Women's World 10 Ball Championships and the Women's Doubles, we also have a wheelchair event going on this week. 4 players have advanced to the quarterfinals at this point. Derek Bonds, Kamui Nygaard, Brett Clifton, and Tony Southern. Let's see the player overall performance here from you. 826 total. Anything around 900 is world class. Anything above 800 is very strong play. A couple of favorites in the wheelchair tournament. On the loser's side, Henrik Larsson will face Chen Wei Tai, Chinese Taipei. Fred Dinsmore will face Heidrich Goldberg. Look for Dinsmore and Larson to do well in that tournament. Try break here from Fu. See if they challenge them into a pocketing shot here. They push the cue ball between the 2-6. Right near the 6 in that area. Still leaving a shot on the 1, but very tough position back towards the 2. Like that play. angle they want to give them. If they leave them completely straight in, I wouldn't be surprised if they get it back. Safes aren't easy from that position. So just kind of thinking about it in between to kind of tempt them a little bit. Something offensive. I think they'll get this one back. No future in the offense. Defense is tough. Only real play to gain an advantage is to pocket the one and then play safe on the two. You might consider that. See some heavy study going on here from Fu. No words really, but both just weighing up all the options.
One ball, quarter pocket.
Not sure what this is. How confident do you have to be on the cueing to elevate like that over that distance? And she just nails it. What a shot. She elevated like that because she didn't want to slow roll it and possibly go behind the 8. But now the elevation has played her in line with the 4. Tough spot there. Great shot, but didn't quite work out. Looks like they have the thinnest right edge, but I don't think much is happening off that right edge. To have enough of it to cut the 2 in front of the 9. They did. Good escape there. Wasn't much else. So an interesting exchange with a kind of a challenge push shot. Challenge accepted. Neither team with a real advantage. I'd rather be the team at the table, but still a game up in the air here. Shot there. 10. 8 ball's going to block the jump on the 2. Tough kick here. Kicking the rail that's far away from the ball that she's kicking at. It's tough to judge these. Around that. Advantage Chen and Fu now. Toughest positional play is going to be from the 6 to the 7. Ideally going to look for an angle. Bring the cue ball in between the 7-10 on that play. Gonna have to look for an angle going to the right off the 5. And then going forward is kind of following into the 7. Can't come around 3 rails with the 8 and 10 being in the way. Wrong-sided here. Straight at best. Nothing wrong with the pocketing angle, but really wanted the cue ball moving to the left off the 4 here. Going between the 7-10, just to the right of the side pocket and back towards the 6. This ended up being a decent angle. Surprised she checked that one. Just come up a little short here. Angle does lie okay for the cue ball getting in between the 7-10. Bit of a pocketing challenge, and the easiest on position. So shot of the rack coming here. Cut it. Cue ball as well. That's actually going to help her in this case. Definite jump coming from Liu here. Same positional challenges.
6 ball corner pocket.
10 blocking the most obvious area, and 8 away of another angle from the 7. So the cue ball going to play pretty good. Very good from that spot. Good shot from Liu there. And Liu looking to get on the hill now in set number 2 with a 1-set advantage. So Chen and Fu likely going to be under the threat of defeat here. So winner side match. So the losing team will still be in the tournament. Much more distance than ideal here and bridging over the 9 a bit. Another challenge for Liu now. Great shot. And that's going to put them on the hill in set number 2 now. Great opening pot from Liu. Liu coming with a good one on the 8 as well. Good rack here. Well deserved. This has been a pretty error-free match overall. Fu is in the 6 and rack number 3. But less than 5 balls missed overall over the course of 6 games here. Looks like it'll be Hugh to break. Rack number 4, set number 2. Good to see some smiles going around from the players. All players with lots of experience have made a good living at the game over the last 20 years. You going from the side rail. There's been one break and run in this match over the course of the games. For a timely one here. Walks down, nice hit. 2 is going to be available on the top right, but the 3 is going to tie up with the 6. So it could be tough to get the break and run here. Cue ball's too close to the 2 as well. Could carry him off the 3 into the 6. If anything, the 6 will be playing into the short rail in that case. Might avoid that play. 5's also lined up off angle with the 10, so an interesting rack here. Looks like they're looking at playing the cue ball behind the 7. Just off the mark of getting in a bad spot. Do have a look at it here. Also, it'd be tough to draw this one. First intuition that they're going to want to draw it. Might elevate here and try the 3. Shot. Play away. Just want the 2 to go in. And not quite sure what we're about there, but lightheartedness going on here. Oh, some kind of foul. I knew she shouldn't be acting like that if it was not. I didn't actually see what happened. Some kind of just pushed on the cue ball before she struck it. Weird one there. Nevertheless, a chance for you and Liu to win the set now and the match. Be interested to see a replay on that one. I'm not quite sure what happened. She just feathered the cue ball in one of her practice strokes. Good sportsmanship overall. Catherine Griggs, our referee, actually went off camera. I'm not sure if the ref called it or if it was given up by the team. Still going to have to combo through the 5-10 here. 10-ball combos aren't a win. So 5 can end up near where the 10 is. His only mistakes in the match so far was a combo on the 3 to the 8. Kind of similar to this, but more direct play this time. That's cue ball movement. The left side of the 5, or the 10 a little bit. 5's rolled off angle. So not going to be able to finish this one off with offense. One more safe play coming here. Speed there. Might have left the thinnest left edge on the 5, but we took away some options here. Jen needs the 8 for coverage. She's got it. Kick safe attempt now for Liu. Decently played. Wanted the 5 to get past the 9. Hasn't. Offensive chance for Foon Chen now.
5-ball corner pocket.
Foon has one missed ball in the match so far. Possible missed shot coming here. Match on the line. She's got it. Likely be going to the hill here in the second set. Really not much between these two teams, especially in the short race format. Question of sliding in some break-in runs. game to game play. Choice stack here. Like drawing back. As expected, a very high level match. Traded series. I mentioned earlier in the match. Very right to see 4 world champions in the arena at one time here. 4 of the very best female players in the world. Regardless of the outcome of this match, look for both of these teams to be real threats to win this inaugural women's showdown. And threats to win the singles title as well. You gaining on their player overall performance at 831. Seems like Chen and Fu have played a little better than the 744, but I think it's just being behind in the balls pocketed category, which they are behind 49 to 29. So not too many mistakes, but just not really getting the first chance at the rack. Safety efficiency decent from both teams, 60% from Chen and Fu, 75% from Liu and Yu. Chen to break, Hill, 7-2. Nothing down. Side rail this time. Jam the rack up a little more. Push situation here. Third push match. So interesting to have these 4 great pool minds at work on these push shots. Last one was about a 50-50. Ended up you taking an elevated long pod and making it. The 3 is tied up with the 5 now. The 8's tied up with the 9. So expect a lot of tactical play in this rack. Gonna make a venture and guess it's going to be over 10 innings. This is great to see as viewers at home. You know, this is where you learn the game. Moving situations. It's all good to kind of have multiple break-in runs, but I think a lot of players understand those patterns. The games you can really learn from. Trying to get the cue ball behind the 9 here. 1 ball, line 7. The right edge. Let's see how aggressive Ken wants to get at this one. Ball's running into the 10. Doesn't really have enough of it to get a bit. Weird spot here. The thin side of the cue ball will be running into the 10, and the cue ball will continue on near the ball half.
Extension.
Definite extension. It'll be called. Looking at overcutting the 1 and playing it safe. Really has to be careful not to clip the 10 on the way through. Ooh, cue ball almost went in. Got the overcut part right, but the speed was just a little off. They've left it. Again, 2 balls tied up, so no real sense of urgency as far as the run out yet, but first advantage here to you and Liu. They're going to have the angle to go into the 3 now. 8's not going to have to be broken out until about 5 balls after they get on the 3, so some positive developments here. I think you think follow it. I don't really like the following angle. I feel like it's going too wide. Have to draw to it. Good shot. They're on the 3. And the 5's going to allow them to break out the 8-9. Chance to take down this rack now. They're developing something out of nowhere here. Worst case scenario for Liu and Yu is to get the cue ball stuck behind the 9, but I think it's a risk they're going to have to take here. They have a good amount of angle, so they'll be able to go into it with some speed, which is be less likely for the cue ball to get stuck. Oh, hit only the 8. I don't think they ever expected the cue ball to come this far up table off that play. But they're still in the driver's seat here. First team to play safe on the 6, and they've done well to this point, breaking out 2 balls. Still being in a somewhat advantageous position here. Shot. They have the left edge. If they do, the cue ball will be running into the 9. Jump bank coming from Fu here. Just going to try to get the cue ball on the right side of the table and possibly use the 8 as a blocker. There. See if it's going to end up over the side. Short of that, so it's decently safe here.
6 ball side pocket.
He's going to go for the cross bank for the win. 7 and the 8 will provide some coverage if she's not to make it.
Extension.
Possible match winner coming here. Got it. What a match. Fair few errors overall. You playing very well. Inch up high player overall. We're able to get through these last 4. And I'll tell you, all 4 of these players are going to be a real threat in the singles open ball champions. 2 of them are on the loser side, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see all 4 in the final 16. Round 3 rails here for the 9, bit of cue ball movement from the 9 to the 10. Right spin on the cue ball, bring it back to middle table. Soft draw here for you, but comfortable speed and comfortable enough on the pocketing. been an absolute pleasure to commentate this match. Hope you all enjoyed it. Four of the very best players in the world going at it here. Here's Han Yu. Straight in on the 10 for the win. She's got it. Great match we were treated to here. Yu and Liu advancing to the single elimination stage. Chen and Fu still in the doubles tournament, and all four women still in the singles tournament. This will be the last round of play for today. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Take a look at the Pro Billiard Series website for all the times. Got 5 more days of play coming from Rome, Italy here. Be sure to stay tuned. World Championships on the line. World-class players right and left. Eric Carlson. Talk to you tomorrow.